All right, it's the Mighty Ducks Game Changers, Episode 5, Cherry Picker, live reaction. All right, so we're on Episode 5 now, and I believe there are 10 episodes of the season, so we're halfway there. Overall, what's your overall conception of this episode? Like, what'd you think of this episode?
I mean, again, it was a good episode. I enjoyed it. It was cute. I like that Gordon has a little thing for the mom,
Mm-hmm.
and he was kind of using her ex, whatever he was, to kind of get in there. That was really
Yeah,
cute.
get
I
some
like,
tips.
yeah, I like that he kidnapped the dad to make sure he was there for Evan.
Yeah, no, that was a good scene. I do like that. And obviously that ultimately won points with Alex.
Yeah.
The fact that he did that, because she found out, obviously he didn't even want to be there. He missed his flight because of Gordon. So
Mhm.
I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
No.
mean, another great episode, just it's about the kids, and it's about their relationships. I like the relationship between, is it Mia and Lauren? Is
Yeah,
that
no,
the
I think
right?
so. Yeah.
Um, it's funny how, like, at first Mia was uncomfortable or didn't want her to be around her when she's around her friends, but Lauren was doing the same exact thing.
Yeah, that was
She
cute.
goes, "You don't know the difference between a long sword and a rapier."
It's just like there's
People gonna think like, what did she say? Like, what did she say about the fact that she didn't know that? I don't know. I forgot what adjective she used to describe Mia for not knowing that, but I thought that was cool. So let's just quickly get into what I didn't like about the episode. Just one thing. Just one thing. I understood because the dad was there. It lit a fire in Evan, and he wanted to be great, especially because his dad was watching. Because they were down like 4-0, then all of a sudden he went on a rampage and scored 5 goals. But what happened to Sophie? Because she was there briefly. I mean, the only reason why you knew she was there is because you saw her name in the back of a jersey. But so they went out, they
and you
recruited the
also
best
knew she was
player,
there because Alex was like, didn't she say pass it to Sophie or something?
something like that. Exactly. Like, I understand. Like,
But
I
she's
thought it
supposed to
would have
be
been cool.
the best player of the team.
Yeah. Why are they losing? Why didn't they score a goal before that? And B, why make Evan score all 5 goals?
Mhm.
And they drew up the double helix or whatever the play was called at the end, which I still don't even, I'm confused to what that even meant or what was going on. But like they said that Mia and Lauren were going to be playing this huge role. What did they do? They faked shoot. I don't, honestly, whatever. I was just more confused of why they didn't utilize their best player, which was Sophie, or have both of them as a teammates.
Mhm.
You know, just show up, because he could have done 2 things. He could have done what he did and just become a puck hog and just shoot.
But do you this is what I'm seeing. So it seemed like the last episode was about Sophie, and Sophie scored all the goals for the Ducks.
Yeah,
And then this episode was about Evan, and Evan scoring all the goals for the Don't Bothers.
right.
It's like, are they going to start picking each kid an episode and make them just score exponential points
Or
for
be
every game?
good, or like they're going to probably have an episode coming soon where Koob actually stops a shot.
Or all the shots?
Yeah, all the shots, exactly.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I don't know if they're gonna, but they need to start also. I think the main thing is now, all right, we know Sophie can score, we know Eva can score, and I'm sure other people on the team can score, but they need to start playing as a team.
Team, and that's what we're already 5 episodes in, and we're starting to see that, okay, they can play hockey, they're getting better.
Yeah.
When are we going to start seeing them being utilized as a team and start doing this as a team? Because already I'm kind of getting tired of this, like, pushback where the first episode, like, Sophie was a goal hog, now
Yeah.
Evan is a goal hog. It's like I'm getting a little frustrated about that. I want to see
Yeah.
them play as a team and do what the Ducks do.
Yeah.
Team.
Exactly. I think that's what you need. And also too, was Logan even in this episode?
I didn't even see him, but I know he has to
He
be part
had
of
to have been.
it.
I mean, Sam was on the bench. Sam played no role in this episode whatsoever.
And neither did the cute kid,
Nick.
except he had some cute little sayings.
Nick's speech was good. I did like Nick's speech. That was the only good part about Nick. Other than that, he was on the bench.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, we're great. I'm complaining about a kid's show. I get it.
No, I
You
know,
know,
I know.
it's
We're
good,
all
but
like,
it's
"Fuck
just like
yeah."
but like you said, it's almost like a regression from the episodes before. Like it's not going in the direction that I thought it was going to, with the exception of Gordon taking some of the reins and helping out more. But we knew that was going to happen anyway. Now, because I did the last couple of episodes, but I didn't watch the sneak peek for the
Oh
following
my
episode.
god, then you're gonna love what the next episode's gonna
Yeah,
be.
I didn't watch any sneak peeks. I'm not going to, but they did leave this episode off in a cool way with the Ducks coach being at that game and wanting to talk to Evan about what he saw.
But
And
that's not even what's gonna be the best about the
right.
next episode.
I mean, I don't think, and I hope he doesn't make a choice where he's like, oh, well, now I can be part of the Ducks. No, you left the Ducks for a reason, not because they cut you, but I thought you didn't want to be what they were.
Ooh, can I please tell you what the next episode's gonna be sneak peeky about?
I might as well just watch the sneak peek.
Yeah, but I just want to give you hints.
Sure. Yeah.
We get to see old players come in.
Okay. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
All right. So then
Not
that's
the
cool.
one, like not like big cameos that we want to see, but we get to see some cool
Good.
Duck players come back.
We knew, and we kind of knew that was going to happen. You know, we speculated, not that the series needs any cameos from the original Ducks, but we knew it would be cool, and that's what most of these types of shows and movies do when they bring back, where they reboot or do whatever they do to older content. They like to bring in some cameos, and it's a good. So good. I'm glad, because this episode was good, but wasn't as good as the other episodes before it. I did have the issue with Evan going, shot hungry. And I get it. He was trying to impress his dad. He was happy that his dad was there, and, it lit a fire in him to whatever. But where was the rest of the team, as including Sophie? Like, now, if Sophie wasn't on the team at all, then I would understand why it would take him to step up and become like this, this shot hungry star, because he's the star.
Mm-hmm.
But we've already established that Sophie, I think, is a better player than him.
Yeah. Yeah, I was a little disappointed, especially because we waited all these episodes for her to join the team.
Yeah. And then you don't even see her.
We got nothing from her. And
Yeah.
I'm like, it's kind of regressing backwards a little bit towards this hockey team. I mean, the kids are kind of progressing. We see that, like, individually,
Yeah.
but I
Except for
don't see
Coob.
that.
Not Coob yet.
Well, not Coob yet, but like we don't see them as a team progressing, and I'm not understanding what's going on that way.
Well, I take that back. Socially, he progressed, because he can sing show tunes, and he likes sleepovers now. But on the ice, he's not. I mean, but then again, you can also say that he only allowed 4 goals. He only allowed 4 goals, so we don't really know how many he stopped. But then again, they were playing the second worst team in hockey. They were
Which
both.
is funny because the Hawks, weren't they like the best team?
Yes, I like that. I that was the other thing I like too. I don't know if it's the same Hawks, but I do like the fact that they played the Hawks, and the Hawks were just as bad as them.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was really cool too. I was like, oh, that's really cool. But I don't know if it's the same Hawks, because it's a different color. The Hawks were almost like what the Ducks colors were now, like that black and blue or whatever. Is that what the Ducks are? Or is it black and purple?
The Ducks looked like they were in the purple realm.
It's purple, okay. And the Hawks were black and blue. I know that. Black.
In the old days, they were like black and blue.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
blue.
So and now they're not. It was a totally different color. So that's why I don't know if it's the same Hawks.
But it seems to have to be. They're kind of in that
you would
same
assume, yeah, because it's the same division, right?
Yeah, same division.
Yeah. Same league.
Same league. So
yeah. So you would assume that whatever. I guess they just. I mean, it's not uncommon for teams to change their jersey colors. So.
Yeah, when they said the Hawks, I was like, "What? How does the Hawks progress from being the best team to the second?
Well, Gordon destroyed them. That's what happens.
Yeah.
You know, they lose and then they started drinking, and that's what happens.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm glad you told me because, like I said, I didn't really want to watch any sneak peeks, but if it is going to be some cameos and some cool scenes, then that really does make me not only curious but make me excited about next week's episode. I mean, I was going to watch it regardless, but the fact that we're going to get something like that, that's pretty cool. I'm probably going to watch it after you and I sign off. Probably going to go watch the sneak peek then to see what I missed. But look, overall, I thought the episode was good. It was cute. I mean, it's what it was. It's what it's been doing every week. My only questions, I guess, they're more questions than they are complaints. Just like, where was Sophie? Why did they choose to make that decision to have Evan go, goal hungry? And when are we going to start seeing the other teammates progressing on the ice, not off the ice? Because we're getting the relationships off the ice. We're getting the relationships between Mia and Lauren. Koob is coming around. Nick and Evan are building that friendship bond, or best friends, as Nick wants to say, being the
I
Ben.
would like to see some other characters develop too, like Logan and Sam.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm getting like, it's just like, because they had me invested in those characters on like the first episode and the second episode, and I want to
Right.
see these characters progress, especially because we got to meet his dad and the mom talking about how her furniture and stuff are. I want to see those characters
Yeah,
start to progress too.
I agree. I agree. Yeah, especially with Sam. I mean, the only thing we've gotten from Sam is that he's got no spleen because it
Right.
ruptured,
Hmm.
and he likes to crash into things. He's like an extreme sports guy.
Yeah, and then Logan can't, he's got all this fancy hockey equipment. He comes from a divorce, and I want those two characters to progress beyond
Yeah.
what they are, and we've seen other characters start to progress. So I'm really hoping these two characters progress because I like those two characters.
I do. I like them all. I really do. I mean, I had stated that Nick is probably one of my favorites because he's just funny. It's true. It's still true. But yeah, I want to see them all progress. And look, we have half a season to do it. You got 5 more episodes to go, so they can easily start. I was just hoping that the groundwork would have started like an episode or two before this. That way you get more progression, because look, they won their first game, right? So and they were already 0-5, which right? It was 0-5 or 0-4.
0-4, because the other ones were 1-4. Hawks were 1-4.
So if the Hawks were one of, so that means they played 5 games. So the Ducks they
Oh,
played 0-4.
yeah, 0-4. So now the Ducks are 1-1-4. Would that no? How
I
would that
think
work?
they're 1-5.
The 1-5. What?
Yeah,
Because
because the Ducks,
and
because
four.
now the Hawks are 1-5.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they already lost 5 games. And we only saw the 2. We saw the one against, I think the Cardinals was the first loss. And then, of course, the Ducks, they lost. But they lost to the Ducks, big 17-1. But, now that they won their first game and we're going to see progression there, obviously, hopefully. But, and then we got the whole Gordon Bombay and Alex relationship possibly. And I think it's cool. I do. But I do want to see more actual teamwork. And I think that's where Gordon has to step in and teach them to actually play as a team. It was great that they won their first game. It was great that Evan scored as many goals as he did, but you know, just not as a team. Where was Sophie? I want to see Sophie. I want to see Sophie and Evan kind of feed off each other on the ice and play as teammates,
Yeah.
along with the other characters as well. The other 3 that are on the ice with them.
Yeah, that's what I found a little frustrating about this episode. It was just like, man, I don't like, because we had it even in the Mighty Ducks. I think was it the second one where Charlie went goal hungry? Can't remember.
I
Which one?
can't remember.
It was one of those episodes where Charlie went goal hungry, and it was just like, that's not what the Ducks are about.
Yeah.
And if this team wasn't supposed to be what the Ducks are about, then players shouldn't be goal hungry like that. And that's what Evan
Right.
was doing. So
I mean, when a player is goal hungry, I get it. They're a great player, but at the same time, they're doing it because they feel the need that they need to carry the team on their shoulders. But when you have a scorer as good as Sophie is, and you have other players on the team, there's no need to do that.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that was yeah. I
All right.
understand.
Well, I'm gonna go look at the sneak peek because now I want to see what I'm missing. I do want to catch. I want to because I didn't want to do that, but you had mentioned what it was about, and now I'm now I'm curious to see what I missed. So I'm gonna go do that, and of course
I
we'll
think we get 5 cameos.
good. Now
Yeah,
in one episode or just in the
1
future?
episode.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. That's cool.
yeah.
That's really cool. Look, I think the series is good so far. It really is. Whether I question why they chose to do what they did with Evan and kind of push the other characters to the side, that's whatever it is. I'm still going to watch the show unless it gets
I
progressively worse.
After I saw this sneak peek, I was like, maybe they did this for Evan because I was a little upset what they were doing to Evan when I saw the sneak peek. I was like, maybe this is to test his moral compass. Like,
Okay.
like, is it because now this hockey coach, especially because what we saw at the end, and the Ducks coach sees, like, okay, he lost a valuable player in Evan.
Yeah.
Now, Evan has to make that moral decision of, do I want to go back to being what I was for status and popularity, or do I want to go to what I worked so hard for and let down I got to let down my mom, especially if I go back to Ducks, or do I want to go stay with what I worked so hard for and the relationships that I built and all this stuff. So it's like a moral decision within Evan.
Well, it would be a stupid decision if he went that other way. I can understand how a young kid would be tempted to do that, but after all the begging and the pleading and whatever he did to get Sophie to come.
You know what I think is going to happen?
What?
I think Evan's going to choose the Ducks.
Okay.
And I think the Don't Bothers are going to play against them and kick his ass.
All right, good. Yeah, but then what is he gonna do? Is he gonna leave the Ducks again and go back to the Don't Bothers? Like, I don't want it to keep switching around. I mean,
I
look,
don't think
all
he's
the
going to switch around. I think that's going to be his team now because he made that moral decision. His mom is going to keep coaching the Don't Bothers
yeah.
with Gordon and keep making them better. And he's going to get his ass handed to him and then realize, what's happened. I mean, I could be blowing this way out of proportion, and I
Yeah.
hope I do.
I hope you are, and I think you are too. I only because like I said, all the nonsense and the bullshit then he spewed to get Sophie to leave the Ducks. He'd be a
But that's what
hypocrite.
I'm saying. But
Yeah.
now that's gonna make Sophie mad too, and
Yeah,
she's
I
gonna
would be
be a
fucking
better
pissed.
player
Yeah.
on the Don't Bother side, and then Evan's gonna be that Ducks player. And I think the Don't Bothers are gonna be whatever they are, and they're gonna whoop the Ducks' asses. And then Evan's going to be like, I lost friends, I lost this, I lost that. It's gonna be like one of those things. And this is just one of my theories.
Gotcha.
Am I pulling it out of my butt? Probably, but
I honestly think you are missing one big theory that you haven't said. And I think what we're going to find out is that Coob is Mephisto. You've got to add it in. I think we're going to see Mephisto. I think that's going to happen by the end of the series. But
Poob is Mephisto. Yes, 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 yes.
yes, yeah,
And the Mandarin's gonna make an appearance somehow.
yes, yes. I think that's what's going to happen. But all right, guys. Well, what do you guys think about it? Like, what do you guys think about the show? What do you think about the last episode, the Cherry Picker, episode 5? We have a half a season left to go. I hope, I hope that he doesn't choose the Ducks. I really do.
I
I
hope
feel
so
like
too.
it's a possibility. It's highly possible that he does do that. Because they got to look. The other thing is too, like how much more do you do with the show? Like there's only so much hockey you could play. You're not going to keep showing them. I can't explain it because I feel like you're limited more in a series because you have to tell a story, but at the same time you got to show some hockey. Which
Mhm.
is another thing too. I've noticed. I don't know if you notice this too. If you go and watch the original Duck movies, that hockey playing is superior to what we're seeing on the ice now. Like you're not really seeing hockey being played, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're not really showing hockey as much.
I
It's
know.
more,
This show is showing more of a story and
yeah,
relationships, where the Ducks was actually showing some hockey and some
yeah,
talent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. You said it exactly how I was trying to word it. It's, I mean, I know they were also cutting from scene to scene where, like he was on the ice, they're losing, and then you got the whole Gordon and the ex, him hijacking him and not taking him to the airport and taking whatever, so I know they were cutting from scene to scene. So I get why they weren't showing most of the game. I mean, they were losing anyway, but even when they did cut to the game and you were seeing Evans score, it was just all over the place. Like I didn't, and again, I still don't know what that double helix move was. I'm curious. Like the trick play that they used in I think the first Ducks movie. I'm pretty sure it was the first Ducks movie where you had the girl spin several times where she was spinning on an axis and then finally stopped, got the puck and shot it in because that was a distraction. She was using her spinning move as a distraction. She got the puck, shot it in, they scored. So that was, you understood what was going on. Like you're like, all right, well, there was the play that was drawn up. I don't understand what I'm seeing.
Yeah. Yeah, even in the Ducks movies, you had that flying V. You
Yeah.
understood things that were kind of going on because you could see it laid out on the floor.
Yeah.
This seems like when they do show hockey components, you just see a bunch of kids just like scattered all over the place, and then you see it
Exactly.
in a goal, and you're
Yeah.
not really understanding what's going on.
It's all from the waist up too. You see nothing. Yeah, exactly. You don't really see anything. I understand. Yeah. And that's exactly what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So hopefully we see more of that. Hopefully we see better team building, and I think that's where Gordon's going to show his skills and show his worth and what he really does need to do for the team. I think Gordon's going to show them that. And yeah, I really hope Evan doesn't make the wrong choice. I really don't. I mean, I really hope he
I
doesn't.
hope so too, because I'm really, you get really invested in all these kids in this one team,
Yeah.
but I just, this shift makes me a little.
But then again, then you have your what do you call it? Your antagonist now, because now you have the conflict that this. So without, there really is no conflict right now. What do they do? You know what I'm saying? They don't really. They still have the Ducks as their enemy or whatever it is, but there's really no conflict. The beginning episodes were not only about the Ducks and transforming a team and making a team so where kids can play and not have to really care about the whole winning atmosphere and stuff like that. That's where you have the Don't Bother Us from. And then it was also about them trying to get Sophie, off of the wrong team, come play with us, not only to make us better, but you'll be around just a more friendlier environment,
But you
you
have
know?
to understand, this is how I'm taking it. So Sophie wanted to join a different team because she just didn't like the way people were getting treated. She didn't
Right.
like long hours. She didn't like anything else. Evan joined this team because he had to. He didn't want to leave the
He was
Ducks.
cut. Yeah.
He
He
was
was
cut
cut.
from the Ducks. He was forced to leave the Ducks.
Yeah.
So I think when faced with the choice of going back to the Ducks, he would do it. Sophie was given the option Ducks or Don't Bothers. She
Yeah.
chose Don't Bothers. Evan wasn't given that option.
Yeah. No, you're right.
So,
You're right. And that's why I'm sort of agreeing with you where I think that's where the conflict now lies then. And you have the conflict between Evan being now on the Ducks and
mhm,
Sophie being on the Don't Bothers, One, she'd be pissed, she'd be mad as hell. Like,
mhm.
dude, you just convinced me to come off of a team that I was good at or I was on because you said that they were bad, and now you're going right back to them because now
Mhm.
they want you. And Evan's got to see that they're using him. They're using him. A, what, you didn't see my talent before, and B, you want me now because you lost Sophie.
Yeah. Well, you can
So
only hope. But again, he's only a child.
he's
He's a
just a
kid.
kid.
Yeah.
But you have Gordon Bombay. Hopefully, Gordon Bombay gives him some drops him some knowledge,
Hope
drops
so.
him some solid advice.
Yeah.
Oh, we will see. All right, guys. I think we're going to end the stream here. I can't wait now till Friday to watch the sixth episode. And like I said, I'm going to go watch the sneak peek now. Kitty, thank you for coming on. Thank you for talking Mighty
You
Ducks.
Mhm.
I appreciate it. I am enjoying the series as much as I do have questions or some critical comments of some of the choices they've made so far. But other than that, I'm still enjoying it. I look forward to next week's stream. Let me know your availability because I know you're traveling. So we'll see what we're doing either Saturday or Sunday. And guys, smash the like button. Please subscribe if you haven't. And of course, look forward to our future streams. So you guys have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye.